see me on the train, don't be weirded out by it. And that's it. Hi everyone, Vanessa here. So today, I actually am going to the US Open for the first time. And I'm super excited because I actually grew up in Queens, where the US Open here in tennis is held in New York. It's really sad that I've grown up here and I've never gone. So I'm gonna show you my little makeover, getting ready really quick because I am on a time crunch. I've gotta do a few things before getting there, so follow along. All right, so this is my before. Obviously no makeup, hair is a little messy. I'm definitely sweaty, oily. See how fast I can do this. So I typically like to start with my hair because I feel like it just frames my face, and that way I know how much makeup I should be putting on, if more or less. I will say that I did a keratin treatment and it's been harder to style it just because I usually like it curly at the ends. So we'll see what happens when I curl it because I haven't curled it in a while. This is just air dried. Okay, so as usual, I start with the bottom of my head. So some people like to start up here and start curling their hair. I actually go from the middle down for two reasons, because one, it's faster, and two, it just makes it kind of more natural, because the curl is not going to stay as much, and that's totally fine by me. I like the beachy wave look. I'm not going for like a glam, it's just the US Open, so it's fine. Like, I just go through it really quick, and at the end I just see if there's any spots that seem to be missing, an extra little umph or curl. So I'm just gonna go through my entire head. Usually when I separate, I don't get that big of a chunk. I do have very thick hair. The more I separate it, the smaller the strands I take, the more the curl is gonna hold. Looks pretty okay. Okay, and now for the fun part, the makeup. So I don't think I'm gonna go for like crazy makeup. I never do anyway, but especially because it's just like an event, there's a lot of people. I have, my setup. I've got my makeup on one side, my fancy mirror that is very bright, and yeah, I'm ready to go. Also, for good measure, if you guys have one of these like cool mirrors, or if you're thinking of getting one, don't always use the light, because you're never in a place that is so lit up that you need to know like every crevice. But I like to turn it off and on as I do my makeup, just to see how I really look with just like natural daylight. So I already prepped my face, and we start with our foundation. I just get a little piece and I just do little dots all over. I'm not really big on foundation. Like, I don't wear too much unless I have to, just because I don't want to look like I have second skin. I dab all over, and then later on I'll blend. And obviously I'm trying to be very quick because I am on a time crunch, so excuse the mega speed. All right, next thing I like to do is getting some eyebrow action here. I actually haven't done my eyebrows since the very beginning of COVID, maybe even January, not even March. And I haven't done them since. I mean, they're very messy. Okay, so first I like to bring the hairs up, and then I go over the little line that you see. I don't like making extra lines. I mean, they're kind of, I did too much there, but so I start in the bottom, and then I bring the hair down and I do the top. I just go over the hairs. Both of my eyebrows are very different because when I was younger, I decided to shave my eyebrow because my parents would not let me thread them. It was during that time that, threading was the thing in the early 2000s, and yeah, I had very bushy eyebrows and I was very self-conscious. So I just went ahead and took a razor, and now I have two very different eyebrows, so it's life. And then I like to use a little clear gel to keep them in place. There, that's that. And then I like to continue with the eyes, so I'll start with some eyeshadow. I'm by no means a makeup artist, especially when it comes to eyelids. I have no idea how to do eyeshadow. I literally just like put on what thinks looks nice. Okay, so I did my eyelids. Not much, as you can. And next is the infamous eyeliner. I've been told I do pretty okay eyeliners, but I don't think that's true. I think the two things are, you have to be comfortable with having things or sharp objects near your eye and having a very thin pen. Basically what I do is just outline my eyes, or actually eyeline my eyelashes. I try to just let my eyelashes guide where the pen should go. And basically at the very end, at this tip, I try and use the bottom of my eye to continue basically this line right here. I don't know what this is called. I try and continue it up. So I make believe like this is just going up, so it looks like very exaggerated, and then I fill that little gap in right there. That's it. And then I do the same thing on the other side. And then to me, one of the most important parts is actually this guy. And I do it on the train a lot, so if you see me on the train, don't be weirded out by it. This is one of like the two-step mascaras, that it's like a white one and then a black one at the end. So I do that, and I let it dry. Very quick, doesn't have to be too much. And while that's drying off, I like to start with my bronzer. And I like to dab with the bronzer. Mine is a compact. And I also do that thing where people do like threes with their bronzer. Almost forgot this very important step, which is concealer. So concealer I like to do very little. Maybe I'll just do that. And then just conceal any other little imperfections that I see in my face. Right here, right here. I also kind of use it as a highlighter instead of using regular highlighter, so I do it in those spots. So I just blend out my concealer with my ring finger, especially in this area where you have to be very careful to not get wrinkled. The next thing is the white that I put on my mascara is definitely dry now, so now I can go ahead and put the black piece, the black side of it. All right, next is blush, and I'm going to begin setting. I definitely need it because I'm very oily and my skin also absorbs a lot of makeup. Now we're gonna do our lips. I'm not very picky about my lips. All right, and then I use my magic little spray to make sure everything stays in place. And that's it for my makeup. And now we get dressed. All right, so makeup and hair is done. So are you ready for the reveal? So here's the final look. It's a very classic, dress up, dress down kind of situation. And of course, I'll be taking my Jenna that is very easily transferable to any outfit. I'm also matching it with some gold accessories. Anyway, and that's my look. So now I'm ready for the US Open, and let's hope we've got some good matches today. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.